And layouts, and today I'm going to be using a page map sketch from December 2014. This is obviously a double page layout, and it gives you 4 photos on the sketch. I'm actually going to give 5 photos on my layout. These photos are photos that I took with my cell phone prior to us getting our Christmas official family photos, so it's just us being goofy. So I pulled out this Christmas collection, and I used this paper line on another layout that I posted a while ago. It was for like visiting Santa, and I love that layout. I loved like the reds and the greens and the blacks and the wood grain. It all worked beautifully together. When I was going through my collection, I realized that I had 2 of these collections. One was from Echo Park and one was from Carta, the exact same patterns, but the paper was so different. Have you guys ever had that happen where you have like similar collections and they don't look anything alike? I know that happens a lot with like second collections, like things that go to Tuesday morning or, not the first run. Sometimes the colors can be off, but this was extremely different, and it's pretty interesting how different they are, and the fact that they were under 2 different lines. I know Echo Park and Carta, are obviously under the same umbrella of a company, but they were labeled differently and they had the exact same patterns, but the colors were definitely off. For this layout, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and give my layout a black border, and what I usually do is I will cut the inner paper, so that paper that is like a grid, I cut that at 11.5 by 11.25, and so that gives me a 1/4 inch strip around 3 sides, and then they meet in the middle, and I just am really in love with that look right now. And there's going to be a lot of layouts that are coming up with that kind of border. I want to thank Scrapbooking Quebec for doing that, because I've been watching a couple of her videos and she does that a lot. She'll actually do like double or triple borders around hers, and I'm just like, oh, let me try that out, and loving the look as well. So thank you so much for that inspiration. I always want to give inspiration to whoever I find it on YouTube, because I also enjoy watching YouTube videos. So I am currently out of my 1/8 of an inch score tape, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I always pick it up at Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning hasn't had it for a while. I've been trying to figure out ways to use my ATG gun, and I used to use my ATG gun all the time with these 1/4 inch strips, but then when I started using the 1/8 of an inch score tape, I was like, oh, I don't want to go back to this. So I really need to find some. And I was at Hobby Lobby a couple days ago and I saw it, and it was one of those things that I hadn't picked up anything else, and I was like, I don't want to wait in line for, this one purchase, but I really should have, because I'm really out of it and I need to, get some more. It's funny how you get those. Do you guys have that? Let me know in the comments below. Do you have items that you run out of and you're like, I don't really need to buy that, but then when you start to, use your items up, you're like, I really do need that stuff, and you realize that you use it a lot more than you think you do. All right, so I have my photos on the far right hand side. There are selfies of all 3 of us, and the photos that are on the outside edge, so the one that's on the very far right and the one that's on the far left of the right hand side of the photo, look very similar, but I think I'm actually like exactly the same. Eli looks very different in it. I love both of his smiles in that, and so that's why I included both of them, even though they look very similar. And then obviously the one in the middle is Goofy. When I am getting pictures of him, that's what I allow him to do, is get all of his goofiness out, take those goofy shots. That way when we are in front of the photographer, we get amazing photos, which we did. Like, she is an amazing photographer, and I love every photo that she takes of us, and the ones that she got of Eli are gorgeous, and you guys will see that very, very soon. We'll do the actual photos from her as well. So on the left hand side, the sketch calls for one photo and then this real big journaling block. I went ahead and added a second photo, and I still wanted to add my journaling block because I did want to talk about what was going on. So I did have the 3x4 card, and I went ahead and mounted it on green, but then realized that the green was the same as the green in my 1/4 inch strip. So then I went ahead and mounted it on the red, and I really like that double border for that journaling block, and then obviously went ahead and put it up on fun foam. I do add 3 banners up here at the top, but a little spoiler alert, one of them does go away because my title is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, and I had to get rid of one of them to make sure that my title worked. I did use my notebook punch to punch the edge of that wood grain at the very top, and then one little piece tore, so I just used my liquid glue to get it down. Now, these little bottle caps, I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if they still have them at Hobby Lobby. I think that they do, and they are flat bottle caps, and if you have a 1-inch circle punch, you can punch out any paper. And so that's what I'm doing here, is I'm going through the pattern paper and figuring out which pieces that I can use. And I do go ahead and put 5 of the bottle caps on the layout. On the far left hand side, I put 3 in the black, and you can see me going through those and picking those out. I end up with the white background with the red floral, the green tone on tone, and then it says postmark December 24th on it. Those end up on the far left hand side. And then I went ahead and pulled out 2 in the silver, and you can see those on the right hand side. One has a present and the other has a black background with a red floral on it. I also add a couple of the little stars from the sticker pack, and then I pull out my thickers. I have these gray, really tall, bold thickers. They're foam thickers, and my title is going to be Practicing Our Smiles. And so I did the gray for the word smiles. I went ahead and used the black stickers that come with the collection, and I really miss when the collections came with an alphabet. I just love the way that they look, and even though I have the black on the black cardstock, it just stands out because the letters are in the white outline. And I am really sorry for my head being in the way. I actually had an issue with my tripod. First, a piece broke, and I was able to replace that piece pretty cheaply from Amazon, and I started recording again, and my camera was just off. And so I realized that there was another piece on my tripod that was cracked, and that piece was a little bit more difficult to replace. Like, I probably had to replace the whole tripod because of where the piece had broken. So I was looking around and I found a wall mount tripod, and I love it. So you're going to see a little bit of variations in a couple of the videos coming up while I try to figure out how to work it and make sure that it's correct and my head's not in the way and things like that. So please bear with me for that. All right, so here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.